Our next game is between the number one ranked Georgia Bulldogs and the Clemson Tigers. Now, Clemson has had a bit of a rocky road over the last couple of seasons. Ever since Trevor Lawrence kind of, went on to the NFL, they really haven't done too much. And then, of course, Georgia, they're the new Alabama. They're the new powerhouse. They're the team to beat every year. Um, and so they have a very stout, and they kept a lot of their players, over this past year. And if they did get drafted, they went to Philadelphia. We all know that.
Or Dale.
Right.
That's the blueprint for the Eagles. Just draft Georgia players.
But Georgia has a good offense, but this Clemson team has a pretty solid defense. Now, their offense is the big question mark coming into this game. Is this offense going to just be overpowered by this Georgia Bulldogs defense? Scooter, I want to hear your take on this, and let us know what you think. Can the Tigers overcome the power of this Georgia defense?
If you're taking a look at outright recruitment and stats and pedigree right now, I don't know how you don't pick Georgia. If you're looking at a coaching tree from Nick Saban's probably incredibly happy watching this game and having two of his former coaches go at it. Dabo had the run early with just ridiculous talent in offense and quarterbacks with Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence. But there hasn't been any consistency since. So, it's hard to tell where they're at. And they had DJ from, I'm not even going to try his last name. I know we're supposed to be better than that, but I know who I am.
DJ ain't going to work here anymore.
Yeah. So at the quarterback position for Clemson, it just hasn't been consistent. I know the kid that came in, it starts with a K, I can't remember, but he was a lot better looking at some tape. He has some pretty crisp throws. They always have talent. Like you said, their defense, their edge rushers, their linebacking core is fantastic. But you got Georgia, man. It's a 5-star team all around. Unless you're the, state troopers of Georgia, who are you going to beat? Who else is going to beat Georgia besides the Feds? So it's, again, stats. So if you're looking at it from an SEC standpoint or ACC standpoint, you're looking at UGA being in the top dog, pun intended, being number one and probably higher probability for the Natty. Kirby Smart is an excellent recruiter, an excellent tactician too. And if Dabo doesn't get any breakout plays, it's very similar to the UF Miami game. If there's no explosive plays that kind of keep Georgia at bay and kind of have to take some chance, you got Carson Beck, man. The kid's good, and you name anybody on their defense, they're gonna go to the NFL. So I got UGA easily by 14 points here.
Okay. I mean, I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, but maybe. Carlos, are you going to play devil's advocate here? Do you have the Tigers upsetting the big dogs in week one?
Here's the thing with Clemson. Clemson, I want to say Georgia has probably the best O-line in the country. They're very up there, but Clemson's defense might be the best in the country. They were rated second last year, and they returned a lot of superstars at every level. They're going to be tough to beat just on that aspect. That defense is so good. It's a good defense, man. So I think Georgia is going to, I don't know. They're going to have to battle through them, and it's a Dabo team that's not going to quit. Georgia just has so much firepower, man. They get Travis Etienne Jr. to transfer in from Florida. He may not play those on Saturday, but they even get Colby Young from Miami, and he was a great wide receiver. Man, when he left, it was kind of a dagger to the heart because this kid is big. He's got speed. Oh man, when you guys see this guy Saturday, you're gonna be like, where the hell did this guy come from? And they had probably going to be the number one pick in the draft next year with Beck. I mean, they're just star-studded. But I just don't think Clemson has enough on offense to do it, man. Their quarterback with Cade, he didn't have a great year last year. They just haven't had that quarterback play. They had they had Watson and then Lawrence, and I'm missing somebody in between there. I feel like, but they had that.
DJ.
Yeah, well, he doesn't count. That was their downfall. They put their eggs in that basket, and that where it went from there, it's gone all downhill. But they had such good quarterback play and running back play back in those days, and I just don't think they have enough on the offensive side. I think Georgia's still good on defense. I think the Clemson defense keeps them in it, but at the end of the day, Georgia's it's too much. And I feel like, man, that's another coach we're going to talk about later. Could be on the hot seat with Dabo. So I think Georgia wins this, but I think they keep it close. Clemson keeps it close for a little bit, but that offense doesn't help them out and keep that defense off the field. Georgia's just gonna wear them down. I mean, but we're gonna see the two massive offensive line, defensive line just clash, and it's gonna be fun, man. Just to see great O line and great D line is going to be fun to watch.
Definitely should be a game to watch. That is why we circled this game this weekend, because at the end of the day, although maybe on paper it looks like that Georgia is just going to kind of walk away with this one, don't be surprised if it comes down to some fourth quarter plays that end up making the winner of this game.